Let's have a real conversation, guys, about um, your wife or girlfriend or whatever it may be disrespecting you, being mean, being nagging, being volatile, being emotional, um, being emasculating. Why is your girlfriend or your wife emasculating you, being mean, putting you down, um, nagging nonstop? This is the real answer. Ready for it? Hold your breath. Some of you guys can get pissed off, but I'm going to tell you the truth right now. The reason why she's emasculating you, why she's nagging you, why she's being just foul is a reflection of you. It's on you. You, the boyfriend, you, the husband, you, the man. In some way, you are doing two things. You are tolerating that disrespect, which you should not be doing. So you got to kind of nip that in the butt the second it pops up. You have to correct it immediately. Don't speak to me like that. If she argues, walk away. Easiest thing. Just that's it. Done. Unacceptable behavior. I'm not going to be roped into that. I'm not going to get angry about it. I'm not going to be emotional about it. I'm not going to and be mindful that those tactics will be used against you too, because she may try to bait you into an argument to get an emotional response out of you. She might try to get use the words and try to get a physical response out of you. She might try to get physical with you and get a response out of you. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen, guys. Um, so that's a reflection on you. That's a behavior that you tolerated. Now, the next thing, that's number one. This is number two. The next thing is because it's a reflection of you, you can take a few minutes. It doesn't take long. Take a few minutes and see where you are not leading. Where are you not leading your wife? Where are you not leading your children? Where are you not leading your family? And jot those things down. And then, without telling anybody, especially your wife, start correcting those things in yourself. Because you have to see everything is going to be a reflection of your leadership. Everything's a reflection of you. So if you're allowing bad behavior, it's a reflection of you, what you've tolerated that situation, you've tolerated it. The same thing with maybe there's legitimate reasons why she's quote unquote nagging you about stuff. First, you can't let that happen. Correct it. Secondly, take a look at you and say, where am I not leading as a husband, as a man, as a father, as a provider, as a spiritual leader in the house, as a patriarch of the house, of a patriarch of the family? Where are you falling short? Do a little self evaluation, go correct that. Because here's what happens when you correct those things. When you correct them properly and you're leading properly, this won't happen like the second you do it. Sometimes it does, which is shocking when that happens. It's happened to me before. I've corrected and it's literally fixed itself. But typically, when you're going to correct those things, you're doing it alone because you're a man. We operate alone. That's what we do. So don't, none of this like, my wife's my best friend and all this like, oh, we're good. You're going to correct it alone. You're going to do a quick eval of yourself. You're going to correct those things. And then you're going to start leading yourself correctly. And then watch what happens. Everything starts to fall into place after that. The rest of the things fall into their own place. Like, don't tolerate like the name calling or any of that stuff. Just don't. No. The answer is no. And like, definitely don't ever do it back. Because, right? Because you're setting the example. You're setting the example that all are to follow. You are setting the rules. You are setting the guidelines. You are putting up the fences. You are saying, this is the path that we're going on. I'm walking. I'm going this way. Come on down. Come on down to this path. So, in the end, your wife, your girlfriend, is a reflection of you. Now, see that for what it is and take your ownership, take your leadership, take your patriarchy, take your realm back. Take it back. Because you have to think too, she's maybe ticked off because whatever. I don't know what it is. She's probably ticked off because you're not leading. Because most of the time, if you start leading, she's not going to be ticked off. She's upset because you're not leading. Once you start leading, you don't have to say a word. You don't have to say like, I watched this guy's video. It's a psychological thing. Blah blah blah. Like I'm gonna start leading. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna start correcting myself, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just execute quietly, alone. Evaluate your leadership and execute, and then wait for everyone to follow. They will follow. That's how it works. So if you found this useful, share, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up thing. I think that helps. That's it. Subscribe. Out.